Gabby, you're going to be getting married soon, I hear. Well, I never got an invite to come out and see your man with the rest of the family, which is a bit mean of you, right? I can't believe you'd forget all about your important little sister like that. You and I aren't talking to one another anymore, so it makes sense why I didn't invite you. Don't start calling me the mean one when it was you that did things to me, then made it so I can't invite you out. Are you talking about when I went and stole your boyfriend from you? That happened over 5 years ago. And 5 years ago, I was just about to marry him. He told me that he'd be proposing to me on our anniversary. Yet on the day of, he didn't pull out a ring for me, but had you come out with him. I never thought that would be the moment he told me that he'd be running off with you instead of proposing to me. Your face back at that time was so freaking hilarious. You're hoping for him to get down on one knee and propose to you. And you put in all that work doing your makeup and wearing your nicest clothing. But then, I came in and took him from you, leaving you standing there in tears. Stop screwing around with me. Why the hell do you think is at fault for leaving me with such terrible memories from back then? Thankfully, it's been 5 years since then, and I was finally able to get to this point with my current fiancé. Yet now, I have to hear from you, out of all people again, which has once again made me feel like garbage. You're so mean. It's been so long since you last talked with your cute little sister. Can't you just be a little happy about this? I'm asking you to please never talk to me again like this. I don't ever want to see or hear from you again. And of course, you're not being invited to the wedding either. What? You're not even going to invite me to your wedding? Even if you've gone and cut ties to me, we're still family, right? I hear that you're still going out with my ex-boyfriend. Please, continue that relationship with him and be happy for me. I happen to want to become happy myself now, so please don't ever get in my way again.
Hey, Gabby. Sorry. Today I'm not coming into the office. I have the day off. I'm sorry, but could I ask you to please work on all those papers for me? I've completed about 90% of the work already, so I just need you to finish things up and review them.
I'm already on it, Drew. I already had a talk with the manager and he ended me off the work for me today, so relax.
Seriously? Thank you so much for getting on that.
Are you doing alright today? It's been a long time since you'd last taken a day off work. If you're not feeling so good, do you need me to bring you something? In a little bit, I have to take a trip over to one of our business partners, so on my way there, I can stop by and drop some things off for you.
Wait, you don't have to do that for me. I'm not even sick or anything. Rather, something came up requiring me to take the day off. There was a bit of trouble that came up, and I have to go to the police for it.
Wait, the police? Now, I really want to ask if you're okay. Did something happen inside your house? Did you get robbed or something? I can give you some money if you're really short on it right now.
I'm alright. It has nothing to do with me getting robbed. Rather, right now I'm having some stalker problems.
A stalker?
Actually, the only person I'd ever told this to was the department manager. And, well, recently I've been getting stalked by this younger woman. But I've had trouble approaching her because she'll always run off, so that's why today I'm going to the police to have a word with them about it.
Is that right?
She's been stalking me online as well, I see. I started to get messages from who I thought was just this cute girl online, and so I replied back to them. But within no time, she was starting to follow me home from work late in the evening. When I'd be leaving my house in the morning to go to work, she was still out there. She would tell me from far away, "Good morning, Drew."
What the hell? So she really is a stalker then?
I think I need to handle her as soon as possible. I felt that on my own I wouldn't be able to do anything about her, but with the help of the police. So, for starters, I'm going to talk with them and see if they can get her to leave me alone.
Good idea. Things like this are best to be dealt with right away, before they spiral out of control. I hope that they will start to set a patrol car around your neighborhood during the night to try and scare off.
I'm really sorry, though, that something like my personal life is getting in the way of my work. As a coworker of yours, I feel like a total letdown.
No way, you don't have to be worried about that. Actually, if there's anything else you need from me, please feel free to ask. You and I happen to be really close co-workers after all.
All right. Thank you, like always. I'll see you again tomorrow, then.
How's that? Did you like that picture I just sent to you? I'm sure you're shocked to see how close the both of us already are. What the hell is this all about? Why are you together with Drew like that? And taking him all the way out to Mouseland? You're making it look as though the both of you are a thing now or something. Well, that's because him and I are a thing. So, of course, we choose to go out to Mouseland. Him and I wore matching t-shirts and made sure to look as cute as possible together. Huh? So you're going out with Drew right now? To tell you the truth, that's right. I happen to be going out with your fiancé of all people now. What? I'm sorry, but once again, I've come in and have stolen your fiancé from right out beneath you. But for some reason, he was so insistent that I go out with him as his new girlfriend. All I had to do was lightly attack him, and that turned his eyes on me and made him fall in love all over again. Wait a second, Riley. What are you talking about right now? You're going out with Drew. Yet, you say that you're going out with my fiancé right now. Well, it's your fault for never once telling me about him in the first place. I even went back to talking with Mom and Dad about him, and neither one of them would tell me a thing. Not a single person was willing to give me a little bit of information about your fiancé, so in the end, I had to use my skills online to go out and find him myself. And that's exactly what I did. Online? After searching and searching and searching, I was finally able to find him. I saw he had posted all kinds of images online of the both of you together looking so close to one another. He even put #myMostImportantPerson on there with the pictures. I guess you both were really in love with one another then. You're kidding me, right? All of those photos have to be from around 3 years ago now. And you're telling me that you found those online still? And that wasn't the only stuff I was able to find in my search. What? Realizing just how good looking of a man Drew was, I made sure to search even further into him before making my move. And that led me to learning about something really insane. Drew just so happens to be the son of a very, very wealthy family, right? The house his parents have is a very large one that's about the size of a mansion, and the house he's currently living in doesn't look too cheap either. When I went out to see for it myself, I was in shock at how modern it is. You're joking. You really dug deep into his private life like that. When I saw all of that online, I realized that the only choice I had was to steal him away from you. I had been getting pretty bored of your last boyfriend anyway, so it was the right time for me to move on. And I was going to find myself a new man, and being rich and having a really nice place was the right move. What? You broke up with my ex then? When it comes to jumping to another man, the point is where both persons' love is the highest is at the start, right? And ever since I'd taken your ex, our love has really sizzled out. So that's your reasoning for once again wanting to steal your older sister's fiancé. How much worse of a little sister can you become, Riley? How about you go out and date with men who are free, like the rest of us women do? I don't want to do something that meaningless as dating men to find out which ones will really love me back. It's boring. If the love that I'm wanting isn't full of jumps and turns and isn't a thrill for me to obtain, then I don't want any part of it. That kind of reasoning for wanting to steal yet another of your sister's fiancé is crazy. I guess you haven't learned anything after having me cut ties to you for this long. But I feel that this will be my last time doing it, so don't worry. I don't think there's going to be another man as perfect as Drew for me in the future. And once him and I are married, I won't really care anymore about what kinds of men you're dating with anymore.
Ah, is that so?
Now, I have the man of my dreams to tie the knot with. So, see you later. Today, him and I will be going out for the whole entire day as a day. I'm sure that later you'll be getting a text from him asking to break up, so please leave him as soon as you can. Toodles!
Well, luckily I'm with my fiancé right now at our wedding.
What?
And when I say my fiancé, I'm not talking about Drew. I mean, I'm with another man who is not him. He has never been my fiancé before, so I don't care what you do with him. Enjoy your date with him today.
Wait a second, please. What do you mean you're having your wedding right now? And when you say that Drew's not your fiancé, what are you going on about right now, Gabby? Drew is your fiancé, isn't he?
And I'm saying he most definitely is not my fiancé and has never been. Him and I just happen to work for the same company and are co-workers. Him and I happen to have the same department manager as well, so we are closer to one another than anyone else in the company.
What? So you both are just working for the same company right now? But online, there are so many pictures of you together, right? And he's hashtagged things that only couples would tag in their pictures together.
You shouldn't be taking whatever he has hashtag on those pictures as anything more than those two co-workers mean by it. Back then, him and I had just completed this major project for the company, and when that happened, we both took tons of pictures together for the company. And he probably put that hashtag out there because without each other, we wouldn't have been able to do what we'd done. So when he said I was like an important person to him, that's what he meant.
Huh?
But I guess there was no helping you from such having a misunderstanding about that. At that time, him and I would go out with one another a lot as friends, and he always wanted to go eat at such fancy restaurants. And some of those other photos were taken inside 3-star restaurants.
I know that, and after seeing that stuff, anyone would mistake you guys for being a thing. To me, that all looked like you guys are going on dates with one another. Seeing those restaurants all look too classy for just friends. That's why I thought that he was going to be your fiancé. I thought that I'd once again be able to steal another one of your fiancés from you.
Sorry about that. Sure, him and I are really close to one another, but all that we are to each other at the end of the day are co-workers. And the reason I never invited him to the wedding today is because we're keeping it small and only for close family. But he made sure to hand me a gift the other day congratulating me, because that's the kind of awesome friend he is.
No way!
Yet then, we have a child like you. If all you were doing was going out with him because you thought he was my fiancé, then you leave him right now so you don't break his heart. I hate the idea of having someone like you going out with my best friend, for only that reason alone.
Who do you think is going to leave a man like him? It sucks that I made a mistake. But his family has all lots of money, and he is living in a super modern house. And since I'm thinking about getting married now, he's going to be the one for me, and I will not let go of him. I'm getting married to him even sooner now.
What?
He's deeply invested in me now. I'm going to marry him, and then I'm going to have an even better life living with all of his money than you'll ever have with whatever man you're marrying today.
If you still want to get married to a man like Drew, then you go right ahead. But something's still very off. He told me before that all he wants to focus on is work and nothing else. So does he really want to go out with you right now?
Huh?
Now that I think about it, not too long ago, he was telling me how he had this stalker that was really causing him some headaches. I'm not sure if this could be true, but are you not the stalker he was talking about?
How could I be the stalker he was talking about? If he wasn't dating me, then why would we go have plans to go to Mouseland today? No matter how you think about it, him and I are dating.
But look, you told me before that you found him over the internet, right? And you were also looking into things like his family and his house. And you've even gone out to see the place for yourself, right?
But that all does not make me some kind of stalker of his. I was just attacking him a little was all. And proof of that is in us going out on a date right now. He might even jump the gun and propose to me today because he's that deeply in love with me.
What?
That would mean I get to become the wife of a healthy family's son, and for the rest of my life, I'll be living like a winner. And I'll be able to have an even more fancy wedding than whatever you're putting in today. What am I going to do, Gabby? I'm going to be taken into police custody. Tell Drew to stop all of this right now.
Huh? I thought you were both going on a date right now, so why are the police getting involved?
That's something I'd really like to know. He told me he had somewhere he really wanted to show me before we started to get all romantic with one another. And when we walked over to it, there were 4 police officers who all approached me. What is going on here? Why are the police calling me a stalker right now and saying that I need to go with them to their police car? Really? Everything that Drew is saying to me right now is really mean. He's told me that his plan from the start was to take me out on this date today, and in order to get to police to arrest me. And that's why he was willing to take me all the way to Mouseland like this and do as I wanted. And now he's going about how he's going to have the police take care of me now because he can't be asked to get stalked by some crazy loser anymore.
I knew it was you who was the stalker.
And I told you, you're wrong. I haven't been doing anything that a stalker would do. Now, you help me get out of this situation right now. If you don't tell Drew to stop this all right now, I'm really going to be taken by the police.
I can't. My wedding only just finished a little bit ago after all. Also, if you weren't trying to act like a stalker that whole time, Drew didn't see it that way and thought very well that you were stalking him. If you want to make excuses for what you were doing and fight about it, please do so when you get to the police station.
No way!
Now, good luck to you.
Today was the day of your wedding, right? Congratulations, Gabby. I wish for your husband and you to have a happy and healthy life together.
Thank you so much, Drew. Now, I would like to apologize to you. I never thought that your stalker would turn out to be my little sister of all things.
I was just as shocked as you are now. But it seems things will be resolved for me now, so you don't have to worry about it.
So you really did get her taken away by the police then?
That's right. I was able to get them to help me out there. And man, was it so easy for me to get her to fall into that trap.
But why would you go on a date like that with your stalker? Why didn't you just have the police come over and get her right there and then?
I felt that by having them come arrest her right then would have ended all the fun I was having. When I went to the police about it, they said that if she wasn't acting suspicious enough when stalking me, they wouldn't be able to charge her for much. So I had to do something to make things a bit more personal, you see. And that required me to get a bit more serious and have fun with the whole thing. And that was me making a scenario where the police would be more than capable of taking her away for good.
What do you mean by that?
That girl is a real pain in the ass. I was getting hundreds and hundreds of messages and calls from her every day on all sorts of platforms. To make things even more stupid, she'd say things like, "If you don't come out and date me, I'm jumping off this bridge. A girl as cute as me is attacking you in such a fun way, so at the very least come and have a date with me. If you think you can sit there laughing at me, I'll get all my male friends together to come and beat you to death." She was really trying to play all her cards on me.
Wow. She told me she was just going lightly with you. However, all of that right there seems pretty screwed up.
That's why I thought to myself the best thing to do was actually confront her in person. So I called the police again, and they told me we could make a plan where I would go out to meet with her for a date and bring her to an area where she wouldn't be able to get away. I ended up telling her I could meet with you just this one time at Mouseland. And that's how everything ended up happening.
I see. And considering all of those messages, all those threats you have from her, you have a lot of evidence now.
Therefore, I'm a little bit sorry to be asking you this, but could I please file a restraining order on her now? I get that she's your family and all, but I don't want her getting anywhere close to me again.
I cut ties to her a long time ago, so you can do whatever you want. Heck, you could go ahead and sue her for all I care. I would love to hear about how much money you could get from her stalking you and making all those threats.
What? Are you sure that's okay?
Remember that she's the kind of pile of shit that was willing to steal her older sister's fiancé from her. Even the rest of the family doesn't care about her anymore and want her to face some stricter punishments for the way that she acts.
Then I'm going to go ahead and have a talk with a lawyer about this. I'll see you again at work, alright? And when things have calmed down a bit more, I'll tell you about what all happens.
What am I going to do, Gabby? I'm going to be screwed pretty royally now, I think. Drew went and told the police that he'd like a restraining order placed on me, and that he'd like to take me to court and sue me for all those threats.
Wait, so you're not sitting in jail right now then? I thought your fate was sealed after last week.
Go screw yourself. For some reason, they let me go home after all that questioning. But for a few days, they had me sitting in a county jail, and it was the scariest experience of my life. Considering that I'm going to be charged with stalking, it will be all going on my permanent record as well.
Wow. So for the rest of your life, it looks like you'll be in the hands of the police in some way or another. Only a matter of time until you end up having to go to prison for stepping out of the line.
I don't want that though. I was just trying to get him to fall in love with me was all. There's no way I should be going to jail over having to get sued over it.
I had Drew show me all the texts you were sending him, and all of those threatening texts were some of the scariest things I've ever seen from you. And what's this about you sneaking into his garage one night before he could close the door and you're camping out there waiting for him? Not only have you been stalking and threatening the man, but you've been trespassing on his property as well. You're a criminal now, Riley.
What did he just call me?
You need to stop fighting right now, please. I've already told Drew that he can go out all on you if he wants to. So it's really too late for you to come crying to me about it all.
Huh? Why would you say that to him? What are you going to do if I really do have to go to jail for all of this and pay a massive settlement?
I'm going to sit back and enjoy this world becoming a tad bit safer.
Screw you, Gabby! Now this is all having to happen to me, and the next thing I'm going to do is steal your husband. Don't think you can get away with anything now that just because you're married. I'll steal another man from you and then send you to hell for what you're doing.
If you think you can manage that, then come and get me. I'd love to hear about how you'll be escaping the police in whatever jail cell you're locked up in.
God damn you! Making fun of me like that!
If you have the time right now to be getting all pissy with me, then you go to Drew and apologize for everything you've done to the poor guy. You know very well now that his family has a lot of money, right? Which means that his parents are just as upset with you for what you've done. He told me he already spoke with them about the court case and that he's going to have a very famous lawyer there helping him out.
What?
You really are going to end up in prison if you don't get your act together. Because so far, all you're continuing to do is cause trouble.
No way. You're lying, right? I don't want to have a criminal record. If I have to end up like this, then no man will ever want to be with me again.
That's it from me. Take it as your final warning from me to live with what you've done and actually take responsibility for all of it this time. Right after that, it looks as though Riley went and tried to get some help from her parents. However, the both of them told her to please leave them out of it. And right there and then, they disowned her from the family. Soon after, she was able to avoid having to spend any more time in jail. However, that cost her a fortune to avoid, landing her in a lot of debt. However, Drew was still able to get his settlement from her as well as creating a restraining order, not only keeping her away from him, but me as well. So that monster will never be able to come around either one of us ever again. I hear that right now, in an attempt to pay off all of the debt that she's gotten herself into, she's begun working for a ladies' bar and has to work close to 60 hours a week there to have enough money to survive each month. And just a bit ago, she sent both myself and Drew a message saying that she was sorry for everything, and Drew actually forgave her. If he was willing to do that all for her, then he must really be a kind man, and I will be treating him with even more respect now because of that.
Hey, Deborah, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's kind of urgent, and you need to reply to me straight away when you see my messages. Is it actually true that your husband doesn't even earn $100,000 a year? Does he actually make less than that? I can't believe that's how little he makes. I thought he was supposed to be successful. Excuse me? Why are you messaging me out of the blue like this for? I don't understand why you're asking me these sorts of questions. Well, actually, I heard about how much he earns from Mom. She's such a blabbermouth, to be honest. She blurts out anything and everything. I wasn't wrong in thinking that he was a dull, gloomy guy who can't really do his job. I never thought he was such a lowlife and just another part of the scum of society. Another thing that I can't believe, Deborah, is how you could have married such a crappy, unemployed man who does nothing for you. Hey, come on now, Savannah. There's absolutely no need for you to talk like that to me about my husband. You hardly know a thing about him. You can't just go around and say that he's a crappy, unemployed man when you don't know much about him. It's so rude of you to do that. He's also not unemployed. Huh? What on earth do you mean? I'm not being rude. If someone earns less than $100,000 a year, they're obviously unemployed. I guess all he does is do part-time jobs every now and then just so that he can earn some money for himself and you, I suppose. I wouldn't call doing that a job, Deborah. I don't even get why you're bringing up how much my husband earns, but since when was it any of your business? I bet you didn't even listen to Mother's story entirely. You're the type of person to do that and nitpick only what you hear. There was a time when he earned less than what you stated, but that was quite a long time ago now. He's earning a good living now. Okay, so you think that someone like him, who's basically unemployed, is doing great in life? What an absolute joke. Maybe he's finally gotten a raise then? How do you think he managed to do that in the first place, huh? Did he increase the number of days he works in his part-time jobs or something? Huh? What the heck are you even talking about, Savannah? What is your problem? Why must you be so nosy about my own husband? What is with your attitude right now? Don't you see it's only natural for people to make fun of a guy like him? He's unemployed and doing nothing with his life. Don't you know that my husband earns almost $200,000 a year? In comparison, your husband is a complete lowlife who doesn't know how to make a living for his own family. All I can do about it is laugh. Hey, what the heck, Savannah? Why must you act this way? My husband's doing a lot to earn that money that he does, all right? You don't know a thing about it. Oh, really? Is that so? Then why are you being so defensive all of a sudden? Did I hit a nerve? Come on, Deborah, we all know that your husband isn't successful. Well, when it comes to my husband, he's been running his restaurant extremely well lately. He's only 25 and he's already making $200,000 in profit every year. Apparently, he's about to open a second restaurant since his management of the first one is going so well. I just thought you might want to know that. Well, yes, it's amazing at how much money he's earning from his restaurant. It must be a very popular place to go and eat at. He must be proud of himself. Well, of course he is, because he always was and always will be very successful. He knows what he's doing with his life, unlike your good-for-nothing husband. How old is your husband now? He must be about 37, right? Even though you both are almost in your 40s, you're only just making $1,000 a year. Can't you see how bad that is? It just goes to show how unsuccessful you both are in your careers and earning money in general. I can't help but roll on the floor and laugh about it. How dare you make fun of someone else's husband? Don't you see how rude you're being right now? I hate to break it to you, but Patrick's making a decent living now. So if you could please stop laughing about it because it's not even funny to begin with. You've got no right to laugh at him at all. I am sick of you being so mean to him. Oh, come on, it's impossible to not make fun of him when he earns pennies. It must be so hard for you to get married after all the effort you put into it. He's kind of failed you as a husband in a way since he doesn't earn a lot of money. The only good thing about it is that you still make a decent living, so you're fine. But maybe you're well suited for Patrick after all, so you can make up for him being such a loser. I hope you enjoy having such a burdensome husband in your life, Deborah. I don't pity you at all.
Hey, sweet lady. I just wanted to message you because I wanted to ask you something. I've been kind of anxious to ask you, but I just need to come out with it. Maybe I could be very wrong about this, but I was wondering if you actually like me as a person. I've been wondering if you still want me as your husband. I heard that Savannah doesn't like me.
Whoa, Patrick, first of all, what on earth are you even talking about? You're not making much sense. What's brought this on all of a sudden, huh?
Actually, I'm meeting up with my supervisor today at some restaurant, and it just so happened that Savannah was there. She called me out and everything.
Wait a minute, what? No way. What was she there for? That's quite a coincidence, and to be honest, a little bit weird that she was there when you were.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just so happened that she was in the bathroom when I was meeting up with my supervisor. She started talking to me and was laughing a lot. It was so strange, and a bit uncalled for because she turned around and said that if it was okay for me to be in the restaurant like this, even though I'm unemployed.
Are you kidding me right now, Patrick? Did she actually come up to you and say something so snarky? What the heck's her problem? This is unbelievable.
Yeah, she kept going and said that this place doesn't have the most reasonable prices for someone who's unemployed. Maybe you should only order one dish. And then she just burst out laughing. I couldn't believe the way she was acting towards me, when I thought that we all got along really well. Her husband also seems to look down on me too. I'm so embarrassed right now.
Oh my God, she's being so horrible to you. I'm really sorry about that, Patrick. That's so unfair of her to say those sort of things to you. I can't believe she would say those terrible things to your face.
It all happened so suddenly and out of the blue that I didn't know how to react to what she was saying. I don't get it. Why does she think that I'm unemployed in the first place? I really don't think she understands what I do for a job. Does she think that being an author who stays at home and writes is the same as being unemployed?
Well, if she thinks that, then it's not true at all. You're a fine author and you write a lot every day, so of course that doesn't make you unemployed. I think it's on her that she doesn't understand what you do, and she's completely mistaken about all the elements behind what makes someone an author. You haven't done anything wrong.
I'm sorry, but I'm just a little confused to what you just said. How can she be mistaken about what someone like me does for a job? Is it not self-explanatory?
Okay, I've got something to tell you, but please don't get mad. So, Savannah thinks that you earn $100,000 a year, and she thinks that's nothing. You see, I think it's all because she was eavesdropping on a conversation that I was having with my parents earlier about what you were getting when you were starting out.
Ah, okay. That makes a little bit more sense now. So that's what you were talking about then. I managed to get the book published, but the sales were terrible. After I paid for my assistant, rent, and publishing stuff, my annual income for the particular year was barely $100,000.
Yeah, she heard me mentioning it, but then she was trying to get more information about it from my parents and started jumping to conclusions about it. But it seems like she didn't quite listen to the entire story, so she doesn't understand what happened in the end and misunderstood what you do for a job.
Ah, is that what's going on then? I suppose that makes sense to why she said what she did to me, but still. She was being extremely rude and just didn't let me talk. Her and her husband still think that I only earn less than $100,000 a year. So they think it's funny to look down on me. That's why they think I'm unemployed.
Yeah, and maybe during the wedding announcement to everyone, you didn't mention that you were an author who's published quite a few books. I know that you said that you were self-employed, but sometimes it can be misinterpreted by the wrong people, and it was by Savannah.
Ah, okay, I see what you mean. To be honest, there's not a lot I can do to help that. She's the one who doesn't understand. She needs to listen better to people. It just doesn't make sense because your parents are so lovely and welcoming. And Savannah and her husband were all happy and cheerful when they introduced themselves to me. I really don't think they read a lot of books at all. So I guess I get a little bit frightened to tell people that I'm an author and all I do is write all day.
Okay, yes, I understand that my family is definitely more extroverted than you. Savannah and her husband have a lot of friends and love going to spas and throwing barbecues. I understand why they might intimidate you since they're both flashy people that like to show off how much money they get from their jobs and that sort of thing. It's horrible that they look down on you.
Well, somehow I managed to get up the courage to tell your parents later on that I was an author. But come to think of it, I haven't seen your sister and her husband since then. I guess I must have completely forgotten to tell them that I was an author, so they started judging me from the get-go. I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
It's so weird because it seems like Savannah and her husband are convinced on the idea that you're unemployed and do nothing all day and that you're a depressed person. I tried to explain to her that you're not an unemployed shut-in, but she refused to listen to me. I'm so sorry they were being so rude to you, Patrick.
No, it's okay. There's no need for you to apologize, Deborah. It's more my fault for not saying what I do for work. However, the next time we meet, I'll have a chance to explain myself.
That might be a good idea so that she can shut up and stop saying mean things to you. Anyways, I know this is off topic, but how come your publisher is at a restaurant? Usually when you have those sorts of meetings, you always go to a cafe, right? Since talking about the writing over coffee is easier, yes?
Well, I've got some great news to tell you. One of my books is going to be turned into a movie. We're celebrating this momentous occasion at a restaurant.
Wait, what? Are you being serious right now? That's so amazing that your book's being turned into a movie, Patrick. Oh my God, this is such a huge deal. I mean, of course your book's going to be a movie because you're such a good writer. Wow, this is such an amazing opportunity for you, Patrick. I had a feeling that a lot more people are starting to read more of your books lately, and it's amazing that it's going to come to life on screen. Congratulations.
Aw, thank you, Deborah. I'm really proud of the work I've done, and I'm glad that I got your support in this. It means a lot to me. Okay, I've got one more suggestion for you. I'm just wondering if you'd like to up the ante at our wedding, since we're going to be a bit more well-off soon. And also to thank you for being there for me. The process would have been less bearable without you around, and you deserve something more fancy. How about we get you a custom-made wedding dress for you?
Wow, I'm glad that those feelings have been enough for you, Patrick. I enjoy cheering you on from the sidelines, and you've worked so hard for this, but I don't need a fancy dress.
Okay. And you're fine with not doing that? Recently, I've been making some sales from other goods along with my books, so I've got quite a lot of leeway.
Anyway, if you've got the money, let's improve the quality of the food for everyone who comes to the wedding. The guests are all people who you're indebted to. Anyway, enough about that. Let's celebrate you getting a movie adaptation of your book today when you get home. I'll splurge a little so we can have a feast.
Aw, really? You would want to do that for me? That's so sweet of you, Deborah. Actually, it was such an expensive restaurant that I was nervous so I didn't eat much. I'm actually starving, to be honest with you, so I'd love it if you cooked something nice for the both of us. I can't wait to see you at home.
Me too. It'll be so nice to celebrate with you, my future husband. I guess I'll make it an extra special dinner for you since you're hungry. Hey, Savannah. Look, I've been trying to call you and message you for a while now and you're not answering. The wedding ceremony's starting here very soon. Where the heck are you? Oh, it's you, Deborah. Oh my goodness, I'm actually so sorry about all of this. I completely forgot to contact you today. Actually, my husband and I can't make it to your wedding ceremony today. Huh? What do you mean? What on earth are you talking about? You've been invited to my wedding and you said yes that you'd both come. So what do you mean you both can't make it? Is there something going on at your husband's restaurant? Is that why you can't make it? Just be honest and upfront with me, Savannah. Ugh, okay, fine, if you insist. It's all because I don't want to go to your extremely boring wedding. We're not attending because we didn't want to pay for a gift. Excuse me? What on earth did you just say to me? Are you actually kidding me right now? Why are you doing this, huh? You're making no sense to me. Because I've already predicted that your marriage isn't going to work out since you'll be marrying a shut-in, unemployed freak today. I think you'll both be getting divorced soon. I feel like doing this wedding is going to be a waste of time for you, him, and for the guests who will be attending today. It'll also be a waste of tens of thousands of dollars on a gift, too. How dare you turn around and say something cruel like that? You don't know anything about our relationship, and we will not be getting divorced since we love each other a lot. Oh, my dear older sister, you're a bit dumb sometimes, aren't you? You really need to face reality a little bit more. I understand why you must feel so anxious since I got married before you. But there's no way you should be marrying an unemployed man. It's obvious that your lives are going to be tough, and then you'll end up divorced. What the heck's your deal, Savannah? You literally don't know anything about my husband. He's not unemployed at all. You never listen. Oh, okay. Okay, maybe he's not unemployed, but he's just an at-home security guard. You know, like a dog. Doesn't that make him a freeloader under the name of a full-time husband? You really don't need someone like him to burden you for the rest of your life. I'm doing you a favor here, but telling you all this. Either way you think about it, divorce is definitely there for you in the future. How dare you talk like this to me, and on my own wedding day? How can you be so arrogant? What you're saying to me is absurd, and I won't allow it anymore. Anyways, I better stop harping on about it and just say that neither of us are coming to your wedding, okay? Even my busy husband says it's a waste of time going. I feel so bad for your big sister since your wedding isn't worth celebrating at all. It's a waste of time and money, so I'll be absent from it, yeah? Okay, if you're going to act this way and say all these horrible things to me, then don't bother coming at all, Savannah. You've got this all twisted, by the way. Well, I wasn't planning on going in the first place, Deborah. So there, a wedding between a low-life unemployed man and a spinster never works out. I would rather none of your guests show up to it. They'll just be disappointed. I'm sure there are many people that don't want to go to a wedding like this. I'm sure that there are people like me and my husband who have changed their minds last minute and decided not to come to your wedding, yes? Well, actually, it's the polar opposite of what you've been saying, Savannah. There are way too many people here, and it's making it difficult to find everyone a seat to see the ceremony. Wait a minute, what? What do you mean by that? How are there heaps of people at your wedding when your husband's a shut-in and you're not friendly? I'm friendly. It's you who isn't, Savannah, especially right now. Those who didn't send back invitations to say they were coming wanted to at least give us gifts. The number of gifts and cards that we've gotten today is incredible. I never thought that our wedding would turn out like this. It's so amazing that we've gotten a lot of congratulations. I don't get it, though. How is there so much excitement over my sister's wedding? Don't the guests know that the groom is just some unemployed shut-in with no future? It's not even worth giving someone a gift when they're just going to break up really soon. There is absolutely no point in attending or buying anything at all. Well, actually, everyone's saying that they're really excited to be meeting the groom and giving him gifts since he's actually so successful. Maybe it's all because we announced that we're getting married and also told them that he'll be getting a movie adaptation done of his book as well. All these fans of his novels just showed up to the wedding venue today to give him a lot of congratulatory gifts to their favorite author. It's just amazing. Hold on a minute. What did you just say? Are you telling me that your husband's actually some hotshot author? He writes books? What on earth? Oh, well, the reason that you probably didn't find out is because Patrick isn't the best when it comes to social media, you see. He accidentally told a bunch of people, but forgot to mention it to you and your husband. I'm surprised you don't follow him on his socials. He accidentally put in his location of the wedding venue and the date. People found out and a lot of fans showed up, but I was surprised at how polite and excited they were for us. Everyone quietly left their gifts at the reception desk and left. Whoa. Just hang on a minute there, Deborah. What the heck is going on here? You need to explain this to me properly right now. No cutting corners with me, all right? What the heck is this movie adaptation that you just mentioned? What fans are you even talking about? What on earth does Patrick do for a job? Well, since you obviously don't have a clue because you don't know how to listen to people, my soon-to-be husband's actually a writer. He's written some of the best-selling books recently. It's going to be a big hit. Surely you've read that book, The Green Blade? You've heard of it, yes? I think he did a nationwide book tour and interviews about it. No way, you're lying to me. I know it. I had no idea that Patrick was a writer, let alone an author of a best-selling novel. My friends are like huge fans of the books. I actually heard from them that it was a really good book, so they were wondering if it was going to turn into a movie or not. I've actually read it. Oh, I knew it. It's so popular that there aren't many people who haven't read it these days. So you've read the whole thing too, huh? I'm so happy. Thank you. But I don't understand though. Is he actually the author of that novel? I thought that Mom said that his annual income was only $100,000. It was when he was starting out in his writing career, and now the books have been reprinted and published properly by a well-known publishing company. The book was a big hit with a lot of different age groups, and it was well received with book critics as well. Last year alone, he made a few $1 million in royalties alone. What the heck? Are you being serious right now? He's actually earning that much money? How is that possible? He's earning several times more than my husband. Well, yes, of course he earns way more than your husband. What do you think about that? Isn't my husband the best? He is so hardworking and can write so well. He never gave up on his dreams, no matter how difficult it all got to be for him. He is literally the coolest person in the world right now. Even though to you, he obviously just looks like some unemployed street rat, yeah? Well, I better go because my wedding ceremony's about to start. I'll speak to you more later about this. I'll ask the staff members here to remove your seats immediately so they aren't being a waste of space. Hurry up and let us inside, Deborah. Even my husband wants to celebrate you both now. Aren't you going to let us inside? Why aren't you answering me? Look, the ceremony's over. We're officially married and the reception's about to start any minute now. Wow, I was wondering why I was getting so many calls. Savannah, you really think you can just walk in here after everything you've said? There is absolutely no way I'm letting you into this venue after what you said about Patrick. Come on, Deborah. It's your wedding day. I'm not here to cause trouble. I just want to celebrate with you. I really had no idea that Patrick was so successful, right? Celebrate? Really? Because all I've heard from you for the past few months is how my husband is an unemployed bum. You think I can just forget that? I was joking. You know I have a weird sense of humor. You're taking this way too seriously. I wasn't really told the whole story when it came to what he does anyway. A joke? Calling someone a bum isn't funny, Savannah. It's cruel. Especially when you don't even know what he's accomplished. Your jokes have consequences, Savannah. He's a renowned author. He's just finishing a novel. That's a real job, you know. You've been tearing Patrick down for no reason. Oh, right, the renowned author. How many copies has he sold again? Come on, I was just looking after your best interests. Stop being like this and let us inside. More than you'll ever sell with your petty insults. Why do you even care so much about what he does? You have never had my best interests at heart. Don't talk crap by belittling my husband. It was just a little tough love. Someone had to say it. Okay, hold on. Maybe I overstepped, but come on, it's your wedding day. Don't you want to have fun? Fun doesn't involve inviting toxic people to my wedding. I want to be surrounded by love and support, not someone who kicks me when I'm down, or my husband for that matter. But I can't change. Just let me in, Deborah. I'll be good, I promise. I never meant to disrespect you. I thought we could laugh about it someday. This isn't about being good for one day. It's about respect. You haven't shown any for Patrick or me. Laugh about it? You've made me cry more times than I can count. Why would I want to relive that on my wedding day? I'm really sorry, Deborah. I didn't realize how much I hurt you. Fine, I admit it. I messed up. But can't we just put this behind us? Just for today? Can you please let us inside now? It's not just about me. You've disrespected him too, and he deserves better. No, Savannah, you have shown your true colors, and I just can't overlook that. So that's it? You're really going to keep me out? I'm your sister. Doesn't that mean anything to you at all? How could you do this to me on your wedding day? If you try to come in, we will call the police. I mean it. We don't want either you or your husband around because all you are to us are bullies who don't listen to others. You wouldn't do that. We're sisters, and you shouldn't do that to other family members. What I said to you about Patrick wasn't that bad. You've crossed a line. Also, what on earth are you talking about? He saw you in a restaurant and you were bad-mouthing him in front of his publicist. What if I just say sorry one more time? Does that count for anything? It's not like I completely meant what I said. It was all just a stupid joke, Deborah. Sorry doesn't undo the damage. You have made it perfectly clear how you feel about my life choices, and I didn't appreciate it one bit. I am over your crap. Words matter, Savannah. They hurt. They linger. You think this is just about me? It's about how you have attacked someone I love. You attacked my own husband. But I'm your sister, Deborah. I was just looking out for you and making sure that you weren't going to have a crappy future. Don't you see how much I care? Caring doesn't involve tearing people down. If you cared, you wouldn't have said those things in the first place. What you said was the polar opposite of caring. So what? I have to suffer because I made a mistake? I didn't think you were this harsh, Deborah. I expected more compassion from you. Compassion? You want compassion after belittling my husband? You have shown none for me. This is about consequences. You can't just waltz in here like nothing happened. I get it, okay? I messed up. But please, just let me apologize in person. My husband messed up too. Just let us come in and we can fix this. I'm not wanting to fix anything. I don't want you around if you're going to treat my husband like a nobody and be so horrible in front of others. But we can fix it. I promise I'll be better. What about our relationship? I'm your younger sister. You can't just not let me inside. What about our family? You don't even treat me like I'm a part of your family half the time, Savannah. I've given you more than enough chances. This isn't a game, Savannah. I can't believe you're doing this on your own wedding day. I have literally got something to give you both. Stop being like this and let me inside the venue. Look, I don't want you standing in front of the venue anymore because I bet you're causing a scene out there. Get out of here before I call the cops on you. After that debacle between sisters, the police showed up after Deborah rang them about how her younger sister was trying to break into her wedding venue and she wasn't invited anymore. Savannah was frightened by what the police said to her, so she obediently did what she was asked and went back home. Later on, Deborah's parents and other relatives heard the story of how Savannah was treating her and her new husband, Patrick. Savannah was told by her parents to never go near Deborah or Patrick again after how she treated them, and that she's done enough damage in her lifetime to ruin her relationship with her sister. Savannah also decided to buy back the books she sold them as well. Apparently some of the items were priced at a premium, and it would have cost a lot of money to buy them back. When it came to Savannah's husband, he was very angry at how she threw him in the deep end when it came to the awful things she said about Patrick. It sounds like they're heading towards getting a divorce. Her husband was originally a friend of Deborah's, so of course he felt terrible when her sister was treating her and Patrick so badly and putting the blame on him as well. Patrick had started to show his face more on social media so that he's not mistaken for being unemployed anymore. He's been uploading a lot of selfies recently. Hopefully Savannah doesn't end up on the news for being so rude to Patrick since he's a world-famous author now. It wouldn't end well for her when it comes to his fans protecting him.
Sis, is it true you're dating a private practice doctor? How come I never heard about you having a boyfriend?
I don't need to report every time I get a boyfriend to my family. And where did you even hear this from?
Mom mentioned seeing you with someone at the shopping mall last weekend.
So you're asking because Mom saw me?
Well, I did some digging after that, asked around, found out he's a doctor with his own practice. You know how long it took me to find this out? I had to ask literally everyone.
You've been investigating my personal life?
Of course, that's what sisters do. Why are you being so secretive? Come on, we used to tell each other everything. Remember when we were kids and shared all our secrets?
It's called having boundaries, Rachel.
Since when did you get so private? Is it because of what happened with your last boyfriend?
This has nothing to do with that.
Why wouldn't you tell me something this important? I always tell everyone in the family about my relationships.
Actually, I admire you for that. You announce a new boyfriend, then 3 days later announce the breakup, and a few days after that, announce another new boyfriend. I'm impressed you can make those announcements to the family every time.
Hey, that's mean. At least I'm honest about my relationships, and they don't all end that quickly. Some last at least a week. There is a difference between being honest and oversharing. Well, when you get a boyfriend, it's exciting. You want to tell everyone, friends, family, anyone who will listen. Why are you trying to hide it? I'm not trying to hide anything. I just didn't think it was necessary to announce it. Not necessary? It's a doctor. Do you know how many girls would kill for a doctor boyfriend? That's exactly why I didn't want to announce it. Come on, how long have you been dating? Give me some details about him. Just for a few months, that's all you need to know. A few months? And you never told me? What else are you hiding? Does he have a nice car? What kind of house does he live in? Rachel, please stop. Yeah, right. You're hiding him because he's a private practice doctor. A total catch. You know, I have a big mouth and tell everyone everything, so you were worried someone might steal him away. That's really not it, and I've never thought of him as a catch just because he's a private practice doctor. Don't play dumb with me. I know these things. What do you mean? Oh, come on, sis. Private practice doctors make tons of money, right? So your boyfriend must be loaded. I've heard doctors work really hard for not that much money. Honestly, they're not that different from regular corporate employees. But private practice doctors are basically CEOs. I heard they're super rich. My friend's cousin married one and they live in a huge house, even with a big pool. Well, some might be rich, but the reality is quite different. It's not as glamorous as you think. Stop being so modest about it. You caught yourself a rich one. You're not listening to what I'm saying. But with money, you can handle any difficulties, right? Hey, what kind of dates do you go on? I bet it's a fancy restaurant every time. And overseas trips, too, all on his dime. Tell me about the restaurants. Have you been to that new place downtown, the one with the gold leaf desserts? We don't do anything that extravagant, and he doesn't have time for it anyway. He's really busy trying to stabilize his practice. When we do manage to find time, we just watch movies or walk in the park. What? Movies and parks? Oh, that's so boring. You must go shopping at designer stores too, right? No, we don't. Don't try and fool me with such obvious lies. No way someone with money would go on such ordinary dates. Tell me the truth. What are you hiding? Is he secretly taking you on helicopter rides? No, I'm not lying. That's really how it is. You're being really stingy with details. What's his name? Where's his clinic? I don't think I should share that information. I won't fall for those words. Man, I want a rich boyfriend too. I've been trying so hard at mixers, but I can't find anyone good. How come you get a catch when you're not even trying? You're not even that pretty compared to me. What? Excuse me? Well, it's true. I put so much more effort into my appearance. I spend hours on makeup and my outfits are always on point. That's really inappropriate to say. Hey, are you thinking about marriage with him? Like, are you close to getting married? Well, we started dating with marriage in mind, but lately we've had some differences, so marriage is probably still far off. Oh, really? What kind of differences? Well, that's personal. I'm not going to tell you. So that means you two are not that close yet? Oh, well, that's good to know. Oh, don't mind me, just talking to myself. Well, see you. Rachel, what are you planning? Nothing, just curious about my sister's love life. Can't a sister be interested? Don't be so suspicious. Rachel, gotta go, bye. Rachel, whatever you're thinking of doing, you should not listening. Bye, sis.
Sarah, can we talk?
Sure, what's up? You've been distant lately.
I want to get married soon.
Oh, is this a proposal?
No, this is a breakup. I'm marrying Rachel, so I need you to break up with me.
What? Who's Rachel?
She's your sister. Actually, we've been dating for a while.
What? You've been dating my sister? This is some kind of joke, right?
I need to be honest with you.
Honest? Now you want to be honest? How is this happening?
I've finally made up my mind. I want to marry Rachel. I want her to be my wife.
Wait. This makes no sense. Why are you dating my sister? You said for a while. Exactly how long has this been going on?
For about 2 months, Rachel contacted me directly.
What?
She messaged me on social media.
And you just started dating her? Just like that? While dating me?
It was right after that big fight we had. I went out to dinner with her on impulse, and she turned out to be incredibly cute and so understanding about my work.
The fight about the clinic's finances?
Yes, that one.
So because I was worried about your financial decisions, you decided to date my sister? The sister who doesn't even understand how a clinic works?
She supports my vision.
Your vision of running the clinic into the ground? So you're dumping me for Rachel. That's not a valid excuse for cheating.
I didn't plan for this to happen.
But you let it happen for 2 months while pretending everything was fine with me.
I know, but nothing you say will change my mind. Rachel is the right wife for me, not someone like you.
Excuse me? What exactly does that mean?
You're always questioning my decisions about the clinic.
Because I care about your future. Because I actually understand business.
Look, I did consider marriage with you, but lately we've been fighting and miscommunicating a lot. If we're like this before marriage, we just end up divorced. Better to end it cleanly now.
Cleanly? You call this clean? This is not an acceptable way to end things. I have been supporting you all this time, and this is how you repay me? With betrayal?
Rachel supports me unconditionally.
She doesn't know anything about running a clinic. She just wants the title of doctor's wife.
Thanks for the support until now, but I have Rachel now, so I don't need you anymore. We were never officially engaged anyway, so no need for compensation. Good thing we can break up without any financial complications.
What? Are you seriously talking about financial complications right now?
I mean, you can't claim any part of the clinic.
I wouldn't want to. Is that what you were worried about? That I'd try to claim part of your failing clinic? I definitely don't want anything to do with that.
To spare your feelings, I won't invite you to our wedding, but from now on, please, think of me as your brother-in-law.
Huh? Are you serious right now? Think of you as a brother-in-law after cheating on me with my sister?
Completely serious. Rachel and I are getting married.
After only 2 months? You don't even know her.
When you know, you know.
No, believe me, you don't know her at all. You just know she doesn't question your decisions.
I know enough. She believes in me completely.
Unlike me, who questions your reckless decisions?
Exactly. She understands my vision.
She understands nothing about the reality of your situation, and you're taking advantage of that.
I've made my decision, Sarah.
A decision to ruin both of your lives? You're making a huge mistake. You'll regret this.
That's not for you to judge. Please respect our choice.
Respect? After you cheated on me with my sister? After lying to me for months?
I'm trying to handle this maturely.
There is nothing mature about what either of you have done. You're both acting like children.
I should go now. Rachel is waiting for me.
Of course she is. Go ahead. Run away from this conversation too.
I did what I came to do.
Yes, you certainly did. Congratulations on your engagement. I hope you're both very happy together.
Sarah!
Don't message me again. You heard from Thomas already, right? Sorry about that. Sorry for stealing your rich boyfriend. I never thought my own sister would steal my boyfriend. I didn't realize my sister was such a terrible person. Hey, don't be so dramatic. These things happen. Not between sisters, they don't. It's not like you were engaged, and he chose me. How could you even think about dating him? It's survival of the fittest in this world. If you got your man stolen, it's your own fault. Just forgive me. Excuse me? My fault? Come on, you can't blame me for taking an opportunity. He wasn't happy with you anyway. You were always criticizing him. An opportunity to betray your sister? To destroy our relationship? This happens all the time at mixers. If you don't snag the guy you want quickly, someone else will. You should know how dating works by now. The good ones get taken fast. So because you always get your men stolen at mixers, you decided to steal from your sister instead? That's not what I meant. Stop twisting my words. Then what did you mean? I just mean you have to act fast. You can't expect a guy like Thomas to wait forever. You are quite the hyena, aren't you? Hey, I'm not always getting stolen from. Actually, I'm quite popular. I've had dozens more boyfriends than you, but Thomas is the biggest catch of them all. And he likes me better than you. He says I'm more fun, more supportive. And that justifies betraying me, your own sister? But you weren't moving fast enough with him. You were too busy nagging him about his business. He needs someone who believes in him. So you got jealous and stole him? Where did your morals go? Like I said, it's your fault for letting him get stolen. I honestly thought he'd reject me since I'm his girlfriend's sister. I contacted him as a long shot, but surprisingly, he was totally into it. How could I not take that chance? He responded right away. We really connected. You could have been a decent human being. You could have been a sister. You're just bitter because he chose me, because he likes me better, because I'm more his type. Right, I forgot. You're not the only one lacking morals. Look, I'm sorry, but Thomas and I are truly in love now. Sure, it started with me stealing him, and it's not exactly a pure beginning, but our love is real. We just click. It's like destiny. After 2 months. That's not love, that's infatuation. Sometimes you just know, like in those romance movies. When it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Truly in love, huh? So you're really planning to marry Thomas? Of course, I'm going to live a luxurious life as a private practice doctor's wife. We'll have a big house and fancy cars and vacation homes. Is that all you care about? The money and status? Don't act like you don't think about that too. That's why you dated him. You really don't understand anything. Being a private practice doctor's wife isn't that simple. You won't be able to support him with that attitude. What's there to understand? He makes money. I spend it. That's what doctors' wives do. I've seen it in dramas. You're delusional. This isn't a TV show. Oh, so you think you could support him better? Don't get cocky. You're the loser who got dumped. Excuse me? At least I wasn't desperate enough to steal my sister's boyfriend. You heard me. You're just jealous because I won. Won what exactly? The prize of being a cheater's wife? You seem pretty desperate to get Thomas back, but it's useless. He's crazy about me. He proposed and we've already submitted our marriage registration. What? You've already filed the marriage papers? After 2 months of cheating? Yep, did it this morning. We're officially married now. Isn't it romantic? After dating for only 2 months while he was still with me? Had to lock him down before someone else could steal him. I got my golden ticket. Cry all you want. I'm not giving him back. He's mine now. Forever. Oh dear. My condolences. I can't believe you've already registered the marriage. Now you're truly one with him, committed to his gambling style management. I actually respect your courage. What do you mean, gambling style management? What are you trying to say? Stop being cryptic. Nothing really, just thinking out loud about your wonderful future together. No, tell me what you mean. What's wrong with his management? Why are you smirking through text? I'm just sympathizing with my sister who made an impulsive, foolish choice, marrying a debt manufacturing machine just because he's a private practice doctor. You really have my condolences. Wait, debt manufacturing machine? You mean Thomas? Who else would I mean? Your beloved husband? The catch you just had to lock down? What are you trying to say? Is something wrong with the clinic? You need to tell me. Oh, suddenly you want my opinion? Now you want to listen? Just tell me. You're scaring me. Look, I respect Thomas in my own way. Becoming a doctor is impressive, and his determination to start a private practice was admirable. But he's a doctor, not a business expert. Yet he's overconfident, and the situation is pretty dire. How dire are we talking about? Like, a little debt? That's normal for businesses, right? I told you, he's a debt manufacturing machine. He generates new debt just by breathing. What? What do you mean he generates debt by breathing? Private practice doctors have to furnish everything from scratch, the building, equipment, everything. That requires substantial loans, and loans are just debt by another name. And the interest keeps piling up, day after day. I know that much, but Thomas has been in practice for 2 years now. He must be gradually paying off the loans and should be turning a profit soon. Right? Please tell me I'm right. Actually, the losses keep mounting every single month. What? Really? But how? He seemed so confident. Did you even ask about his business before marrying him? He said everything was fine. He said the clinic was doing great. He showed me the pictures of all the fancy equipment. Of course he did. Equipment bought with loans. Just tell me what's going on. I have a right to know. How bad is it, really? There are hospitals everywhere in town. These days, hospitals compete for patients. Location makes a huge difference in patient numbers and profits. But Thomas, without thinking it through, took over a failed clinic's location. He thought it was great because construction costs would be lower. There was probably a reason it failed in the first place. What reason? Tell me! Did you even visit his clinic? Not yet. We usually meet elsewhere. He said he was too busy to show me around. Of course you haven't. You married a man whose workplace you've never seen. So what happened? Why isn't the clinic doing well? After opening the clinic, we discovered there were several popular family practices in the neighborhood. Of course, Thomas's clinic gets very few patients. Barely any, actually. Some days, none at all. Can't he just advertise more, like on TV or something? With what money? Where do you think advertising money comes from? He must have some savings. All gone into the clinic. Every last penny. But with fewer patients, there's no profit. The clinic is new and clean with modern equipment. Why isn't anyone coming? It just doesn't make sense. Modern equipment doesn't matter if people don't trust the clinic, if they don't even know it exists. But Thomas is a good doctor and he went to a good school. We had decent patient numbers at first, but Thomas hired minimal staff to cut costs. Even with modern equipment, the wait times are long, billing is slow, and everyone went back to their regular doctors. Now we hardly get any returning patients or new ones. It's pretty hopeless. You're kidding. This can't be happening. Did you think running a medical practice was just about treating patients? Did you think it was all glamour and money? Well, that's what it looked like in the dramas. I tried to express my concerns, but he'd get angry, saying amateurs shouldn't interfere. Then he'd turn around and say things like, "When we're married, you'll help me as my wife, right?" Help? How? What kind of help? I froze when he suggested his wife should work for free. We could never have a proper conversation about marriage. Working for free? No way. Wait, what do you mean work for free? Like helping out sometimes? Reception, billing, scheduling, cleaning. Every day, all day. I thought a private practice doctor's wife just lives luxuriously every day. Are you saying I have to work? Like, actually work? At the clinic? Welcome to reality. Your new life as a clinic worker. But that's not what I signed up for. I can't do reception. I don't know how to do billing. You'll probably be free once the practice gets on track, but until then, you'll just be convenient free labor. How long will it take until it gets on track? Like a few weeks? A month? At this rate, never. The debt just keeps growing. No way. This isn't happening. That's why I truly respect your choice, supporting him as a doctor's wife, helping out, enduring all his unreasonable demands and the mounting losses. Making such a commitment with full awareness, that's really impressive.
Please, Sarah, you need to help me. My clinic is about to go under.
Thomas, why are you contacting me? Shouldn't you be talking to your wife?
But you're the only one who understands the situation.
What about your wife? Your supportive, understanding wife?
Please, just listen.
What now? More debt won't make much difference at this point. You're already drowning in it.
It's worse than the debt. I can't work as a doctor anymore.
What? What are you talking about?
Something happened. Something bad.
What did you do? What could be worse than the debt?
I was trying so hard to stabilize the clinic's finances that I was only sleeping 1 hour a day. Then I fell asleep while driving.
Don't tell me you had an accident. Are you injured and can't see patients? Is that why you can't work?
No, I only had minor injuries, but I rear-ended the car in front of me, and when the driver got out, I panicked and just drove away.
What? Running away is the worst thing you could do. Are you insane? What were you thinking?
I wasn't thinking straight. I was exhausted. I just reacted.
Clearly, you made everything so much worse.
I know that, but I panicked in the moment. I went back right away, but the police were already there. Because I committed a hit and run, they suspended my medical license.
You went back? How long after?
Yes, but it was too late. Maybe 30 minutes.
Medical license suspension? What is that exactly? How long does it last?
It means I'm banned from practicing medicine. Sometimes it's just a few months or half a year, but because of the hit and run, my suspension is for 1.5 years.
1.5 years? You can't practice at all?
I can't practice medicine at all during that time. I can't see any patients. I can't prescribe anything. Nothing.
Oh my, that sounds really serious. But maybe it's good in a way. You've been overworking yourself for quite a while, so you can take time to rethink your business strategy. I'm sure you're mentally exhausted too. It's good to take the opportunity to rest.
How is this possibly good? I'm the only doctor at my clinic. What happens to the clinic if I can't see patients?
Well, then I guess you'll have to close temporarily, which might be better than running yourself into the ground.
But we're already in the red! We still have equipment payments and bank loans to repay! Closing means 0 income for 1.5 years! It's hopeless! The loans don't stop, the interest doesn't stop!
Did you tell Rachel about all of this? Does your wife know?
Not yet. I don't know how. She'll definitely freak out.
Why not hire another doctor to cover for you? That way you could keep the practice running. Don't you have any friends or colleagues you could ask? Maybe get several to work part-time?
I thought of that too, but the thing is, all my former classmates from school just hate me, and none of them will help when I contact them.
What? Why? Do they hate you? What did you do?
Well, before I opened my practice, I was kind of arrogant. I made fun of friends who joined university hospitals, saying I had the guts to open my own practice and would become rich. I called them spineless cowards.
Wow, you were really awful. And now you need their help.
I know that now. I was just stupid.
Have you tried apologizing? Actually apologizing?
They won't even answer my calls! I've tried messaging them, they've all blocked me! Even if I tried hiring other doctors, I'd have to pay them well, but that would just increase our losses! We can't afford market rate!
Then you should probably just close the practice for good, to cut your losses.
But what about the debt? The debt doesn't go away even if I close! I don't know what to do anymore! Please, help me somehow! I'm so desperate! You're the only one who can help me!
Sorry, that's not my problem. I'm a stranger to you now. Work hard with your beloved wife.
Sarah, please, you're the only one who understands the business side!
Should have thought about that before cheating on me. Before betraying me.
I know I made a mistake! A huge mistake!
Several mistakes, actually. Quite a collection of them.
I know I don't deserve your help, but I don't know what else to do!
Correct. You don't deserve my help.
But I'm desperate right now. I need you. Please!
Talk to your wife. I'm sure she'll understand since you two are so in love.
Sarah!
Goodbye, Thomas.
No, please don't go!
You made your choice, now just live with it. This is the worst, sis. He's going to close the clinic. Then we'll have nothing but debt. This isn't the newlywed life I signed up for. I'm divorcing him. Did you know about this? About his license being suspended? Oh, after all that trouble to get married, you're splitting up already? What happened to true love? You knew this would happen. You knew everything. Rachel, I did try to warn you multiple times, but you just wouldn't listen. But you could have tried harder. You could have told me about the debt, about the failing clinic. Like you tried hard not to steal my boyfriend. Like you tried to be a decent sister. This isn't about that anymore. This is serious. This is my life we're talking about. And betraying your sister wasn't serious? That was my life that you were playing with. If I stay, I'll just get dragged into his debt hell. But if I divorce him, I can escape. This debt is his, after all. Yeah, it shouldn't have anything to do with his ex-wife. I can just walk away, start fresh. Planning your escape already? Well, that didn't take long. Don't mock me. This is my future we're talking about. I can't be poor. I'm not made for poverty. I've heard about that. You're right that debt isn't subject to division of assets, so Thomas's debt would remain his alone after divorce. You wouldn't be obligated to repay anything. That's what you're hoping for, right? Yes! Then divorce is my only option. I need to file right away. But it's different if you're a joint guarantor. Are you sure about that? Did you check the papers you signed? Huh? What do you mean? A joint guarantor? Did you read what you signed? Any of it? What are you talking about? You're scaring me, sis! Even after the divorce, if you're a joint guarantor, you're still responsible for repayment. You should check that before divorcing. Did you sign as a guarantor for any of his debts? Rachel, I need you to think carefully. I don't know. There were just so many papers. You're telling me that you don't know what you signed? You just signed whatever he put in front of you? There were so many papers. But wait. I remember now. When I signed the papers, I did also sign some guarantor documents. Oh no, what should I do, sis? Please help me. What? You signed without reading? Thomas said that as his wife I had to sign them, that he wouldn't marry me unless I signed. What choice did I have? I wanted to get married. I thought it was just a formality. You had the choice to not steal your sister's boyfriend. You had the choice to actually read what you were signing. This isn't the time for that. I need your help. When is the time? When should we talk about your betrayal? I need help. What do these guarantor papers mean? How much trouble am I in? You can't blame anyone but yourself. You chose to become a joint guarantor when you signed those papers. You're free to divorce him or not, but you can't escape from the debt. You're legally bound to it now. No, there has to be a way to get out of this. I'll hire a lawyer. No lawyer can help you now. No way. What am I supposed to do? I can't live in debt. How should I know? I'm done with both of you. We have no connection anymore. You made your bed, now lie in it. Don't be like that. We're still sisters. Family is forever. Are we? Is that what sisters do to each other? Betray them? Don't be so cold. Your cute little sister is in trouble. How can you just abandon me? I need you, sis. Please help me. What's cute about a sister who steals her sister's boyfriend? I don't want to know you anymore. I don't even want to think of you as my sister, so stop contacting me. We're done. What? You don't mean that. Yes, I do. I've never meant anything more. But we're family. You can't just cut me off. Family doesn't do what you did. Family doesn't betray each other. I made a mistake. I admit it. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Even our parents were disgusted by your marriage. Well, then I'm done here. Enjoy your dream life as a private practice doctor's wife. It's exactly what you wanted, isn't it? Sarah, please, wait. Goodbye, Rachel. Don't do this to me. I need my sister. Blocked. Thomas's clinic closed shortly after. Including bank loans, the debt amounted to about $1 million. Rachel tried several times to remove herself as a joint guarantor, but was rejected. Unable to divorce, they're both working to repay the debt little by little. Since Thomas can't practice medicine, they're both working multiple part-time jobs to manage the payments. They reportedly survive on discarded convenience store meals, crying together and saying, "This isn't how it was supposed to be."
Oh, Rita, Are you there? I have a little something that I'd like to talk to you about. I was just wondering what you thought you were doing when you came over to our house and didn't even bring us any gifts. You're my brother's wife, and you didn't even think to bring us sweets when you visited our house where we live with our parents? Oh, hello, Carrie. I'm sorry if there was any kind of mix-up. I didn't bring you any food from the places I visited now. But I did make some handmade treats that I brought, and which your mom seemed to like. That's why I made even more of them and brought them over. Excuse me? Are you seriously trying to pass those cheap little cookies off as anything special? I threw them all away without even tasting one. Wait, what? You threw all of those cookies away? That's right. We don't eat pathetic little things like that. We're way above that. You do know that both my parents run their own companies, right? We're kind of a big deal in these parts, got it? My parents made sure to only give me the highest quality food ever since I was little. I don't think there is anything wrong with enjoying fancier snacks or anything like that, but I cooked those cookies for you myself and you just threw them all in the garbage. Well, duh. Where else are you supposed to dump your trash but in a trash can? How could you say something like that? What's the matter with you? This is the problem with my brother marrying some country nobody like you. You really don't know how the real world works at all, do you? Next time you show up to my parents' house, you better bring us some real high quality stuff, and you better leave the price tag on so I can check. If you don't, I don't care what it was that you brought. It's going straight in the trash. Hey, Dean, are you there? We seriously need to talk about those cookies I baked. I'm afraid that I should have just listened to you telling me that it was a bad idea to do that for your family. Even your sister said they were too beneath her and threw them all away.
Well, I tried to warn you. I told you not to bother doing something handmade for the family, and that they would have preferred to get something fancy that you bought. Of course, my mom was the only one who had anything nice to say about your cookies, but it was only because she was being polite. The next time you show up to my parents' place, just use your head a bit more and buy something nice for them.
But I don't have the kind of money to drop on the kind of snacks that would be fancy enough for your family. Besides, I worked really hard on those cookies and it was a really complex recipe.
What do you mean you don't have any money to spend on a real gift for my family?
I already told you that we are barely within our budget as things stand right now. I think you really need to go and figure out what you're going to do about your business.
Oh, trust me, I know what I'm doing with it, okay? But I can't move forward with anything until I've completely rebuilt it from the ground up. I don't think you really have any clue how hard I'm working to try and save that business right now. I'm working from sunup to sundown, and you still have the gall to say that I'm not doing enough.
I'm sorry, Dean. That really wasn't what I was trying to say. I wasn't trying to put any blame on you. It's just that, well, I think you've been going out a lot recently, right? I just mean that since you have seemed to have so much free time to be doing that, I assumed you'd already done what you needed to do. And if you have all that money to be going out all the time, I would really appreciate it if you could give me some more money to spend on things for the house. Because right now, I'm the only one who is putting their own money into those kinds of things, and that's why things are so tight right now.
This just proves that you really have no clue at all what you're talking about. I'm not going out drinking so I can party and have fun. Those are important business dinners. And it takes time to do what I'm trying to do. So I'm sorry. You think things are tough for you. You're just gonna have to deal with it.
But, Dean, I just said that I've already been putting so much of my own money into our expenses already. I'm not trying to pin the blame on anyone. I am just saying that I'm working with a very tight budget right now. And on top of that, I'm still sending money to your family every month as well.
Excuse me? Just what is that supposed to mean?
I'm talking about $1,500 I send to your family every month. And from what I understand, they're not a place where I can just stop sending that money. So that's another reason why things are so tight around the house. And that's why I don't understand why I am expected to bring such expensive treats to your family when I'm already doing that for them.
Is that supposed to be some kind of joke? You can't stop sending them money. Then they'll all know that we're facing some kind of financial troubles.
But don't you think that it would be better if they did know? I mean, it's a lot of money for us to send to them. But for your family, it's gotta mean almost nothing, right? Besides, the whole reason you started sending them money in the first place was just so that you could try and show off your wealth, right?
What did you just say to me?
Well, tell me, Dean, am I wrong about that? It was fine when your business was doing okay, but now that we've fallen on hard times, we have to think about how we spend our money. And I just don't think that it's realistic to want to keep sending money the way we are.
But my parents raised me, and this is my way of paying them back for all of their hard work. Not to mention the fact that I was only able to start my business because my parents gave me the capital I needed to get it off the ground. That's the real reason why I'm sending them the money. Just don't go labeling my actions when you don't even understand the deeper meaning behind them.
And again, Dean, I think it's really great that you want to do that. Admirable even. But the fact of the matter is that we can't afford to keep paying that, and meanwhile, your family can afford not to get that money. Not to mention the fact that I'm the one earning all the money that is being sent to them. I don't think you should feel any shame in telling them that you have to stop for a while until you get your business back on track.
I've had just about enough out of you. Do you have any idea the kind of shame that would bring to me? Not only would I stop giving my family money, but they would know that my business is in trouble. But everyone would stop respecting me and I'd have nothing.
I really feel like you're blowing this all out of proportion.
Well, either way, we can't stop sending the money, because my parents say they're using it to help send Carrie to college. She wants to go study abroad and do internships, and she needs money for all of these things. So we can't just stop. It's not like she's just squirreling it all away either. She's using that money.
Dean, I'm really happy that your parents are using our money to support your sister, but I think my point still stands. Maybe at the very least, we could just reduce the amount of money that we're sending to her. It might be a good chance for Carrie to start working and earning her own money.
She doesn't have time to find a job. She needs to be studying, and only that. How dare you even suggest trying to make my poor little sister work while she's a student? You just need to learn to shut up about things you don't know about, and let me handle this. Just keep focusing on earning money until I fix up my business and make everything right again.
Hey, Carrie. I was wondering if I could talk to you for a moment. I was just curious about what the meaning of this letter from you is. I opened it and there were divorce papers inside. Oh, you mean it finally arrived? Well, since you know what they are already, I don't need to bother explaining. Just go ahead and sign them for me, okay? Then send them back there and Dean and I will take them to the courthouse to have them processed. After that, you can pack them and leave. Wait, what is all this? What are you talking about? Do you need me to spell this out for you or something? You are not good enough to be my brother's wife. So I am going to be needing you to be divorced, and so I could get rid of you. You can't be serious about this, Carrie. Of course I am. I never liked you from the very first day that I met you. A lowly country girl like you has no right getting with anyone from our prestigious family. And I realized that I had to do something the last time you brought over those horrible cookies. I knew that if that was going to be your way to show your respect to my family, then you truly have no place here. And so that's why you sent me divorce papers? That's right. I'm tired of you holding my brother back all the time and burdening him with your problems. My brother is brilliant and could do whatever he wants. That's why he runs his business so well. In fact, that's another reason why I knew I had to get rid of you. Dean's business should be doing amazingly, and yet for some reason, it doesn't seem to be growing at the rate that it should, which means that someone has to be holding back its developmental potential, and that person can only be you. Are you kidding me with this right now? Well, obviously, how well a couple is doing ripples out and affects other parts of their lives. Which means that if Dean had a better wife, then his company would be doing better too. The only factor holding back Dean's potential is you. That's why you are going to divorce my brother, leave our family, and never come back. Do you really even think Dean would miss you if you were gone?
I've already found a great replacement for you.
You found your brother a new woman who you think he should marry? I don't understand how you could go and do this to me. Well, the last time he came over to visit, I introduced Dean to a good friend of mine who I thought would be the perfect match for him. She's young and pretty and smart, everything that you're not. Why are you being so mean to me? What did I ever do to you? I wasn't finished. The thing is that the two of them are already dating now. I've heard all about it from my friend. Apparently, Dean works quite quickly when the right person comes around. Wait, no, that can't be right. You mean not only did you try to introduce your brother to someone new, but now the two of them are dating? So you're finally starting to piece it together now, huh? But that's right, my brother is sick and tired of dealing with a no-good wife like you. That's why you need to hurry up and end this sham of a marriage. You need to set my brother free so that he can finally be the person he always meant to be. You need to free Dean from you, Rita. Well then, I guess that means I won't have to be sending you any more money then. What are you talking about? I mean that I've been sending your parents $1,500 every month. Not Dean, just me. And I've heard that your parents have been putting that money towards helping you stay in college and be able to focus on your studies. But since I'm breaking up with my husband, I guess you'll have to learn to take care of yourself. Wait just a minute there. I seriously have no idea what you're talking about. I know that I get money every month, but all that comes from my brother. He sends my parents that money every month so that he can repay them for all the hard work they did raising him. Where do you get off trying to take credit for that? I get off taking credit for the money because your brother's company is actually deep in the red and in serious trouble. Wait, what do you mean his company is in trouble? I don't understand. I'm afraid that your brother isn't the business savant that you think he is. In fact, I don't think you know anything about the real reason why his business hasn't been growing the way you think it should have been. But I'm afraid it's not just stagnating. It's already on the verge of bankruptcy, with very little sales and huge overhead. That's why I've been the one sending your parents money from my own earnings. No, you're lying to me. That can't be true. There's no way that my brother's company is about to declare bankruptcy. And Dean has money. He's taking my friend out on expensive dates and everything. Is he really spending all that much money on her? That's right. Ever since they started seeing each other, she tells me all about how Dean has been taking her out to the most expensive restaurants in town. Plus, he's buying her gifts like purses and clothes and even jewelry. How can he say that he doesn't even have money? He's even buying her expensive gifts like that? Just how much money has he been hiding from me? He's been telling me that I have to send his parents money because he never has enough to afford to. I don't believe you! There's no way that you've been sending the money this whole time. And I don't believe what you said about Dean's business either. You're just upset because you're getting divorced and that's why you're trying to scare me. Well, if you have time to make up nonsense like this, then why don't you just sign the divorce papers already?
I heard from Carrie that you signed the divorce papers. Sent them to the courthouse yourself. Given me so much trouble over the years, but you have to be honest. Didn't see us ending up like this.
Well, I heard quite a bit from your sister as well. Like, about how you've been running around with one of her friends behind my back. And while you've been having me send your family money every month, you have been sending her every cent you have on her. You're just horrible, Dean.
Oh, jeez. Is this what you want to talk about right now? Well, I don't care. My new woman is cute and amazing. Better than you in every way. I don't care who I date, really, as long as they're a good wife.
You seriously need to give it a rest already. You have been making me work myself to the bone to provide for your family while you've been carrying on a affair. And taking this girl out expensive restaurants and buying her expensive gifts. Just where were you getting all that money from?
It's money that I made from my job and that I can spend however I like. Thank you very much.
Well, this just settles it for me. I'm glad that we're getting a divorce. I can't believe I let myself pour my hard-earned money into your family while you did this to me.
Oh, trust me, the feeling is mutual. This divorce can't happen fast enough. In fact, I think that I finally see a light at the end of the tunnel for my business, too. Once I get you out of my life, I'll be able to think much more clearly with my new wife by my side.
You're really going to pretend like it's just now that your business is turning around? Your business has been doing well for a while now, hasn't it? That's why you can afford to go out so much, and that's why you can afford to spend so much on this new girl.
I don't need to explain anything to you. We're getting divorced, remember?
That's right, we are. I just hope you can afford the lawsuit I'm about to serve you with. Not to mention the splitting up of our assets that's going to happen. You do realize that I'm going to take half of everything you own, don't you? And that's to say nothing of the legal fees you'll pay for your affair.
You've always been a selfish woman. Now it's just in full display.
Well, you were the one who went and cheated on your wife. And to think that even your sister was on this with you, you have no idea the stress that you have been putting on me. But I am going to hire a good lawyer and make sure you pay for what you've done.
I doubt that. You don't even have the money to hire a bad lawyer. Besides, what lawyer would want to take a case from some nobody from the countryside?
Oh, you don't need to worry about that at all, Dean. You see, I'm friends with one of the wives of your most important business partners. She knows a ton of good lawyers and told me that if I ever need help, I just need to ask her.
Wait, the wife of one of my business partners?
That's right. We bonded over being the wives of the CEOs running their own company, so we became friends quickly. Not that you've ever noticed with how little attention you paid to me, but I already have a lawyer in mind who would be willing to represent me.
But wait, if you sue me for all of this, then everyone is going to know about our divorce. If that happens, then everyone is going to know about what I did that led to it. And just who is this friend of yours, anyway, huh?
Aw, you mean you don't want everyone to know about the kind of person that you really are? Because I don't mind letting them know in the slightest.
Wait, no, let's just talk this out a little more.
Anyways, I've already sent out the divorce papers, so there is no going back now. Good luck with that new girl of yours, Dean. You really are a horrible woman, do you know that? How dare you try and take half of my brother's money in this divorce? I am well within my rights to do. Thank you very much. Besides, your brother has been enjoying more than half my hard-earned money for a long time. Oh please, don't get acting as if you even made all that much to begin with. The scale is totally different, but whatever. It's not like it's even a big deal for Dean. He can make all that money back in an instant. Are you really sure about that? Of course I am. I'll admit I was worried when I asked Dean if it was true that his business was in danger of bankruptcy, and he said yes. But then he explained to me that he had it fixed and everything was back on track. So now I know that Dean is going to be just fine, and soon he's going to be married to my friend, and there's nothing you can do about it. Oh, really? So then he is still seeing her? You may have felt like you had some power because you were sending my parents money every week, but you forget that I already come from a rich family and that losing your money means nothing to them. The fact that you could really thought that you could try to lord that over me just shows how little you really know about how things work. Both my parents are CEOs, and I have a brother who stared bankruptcy in the face and conquered it. No one is going to miss you once you're gone, Rita. I see. So basically, you're telling me that you have no idea what's really going on here. Like, about how your family is going to file for bankruptcy this year. Oh, just give it a rest already. And as for Dean, while his company may be recovering, I don't think it's quite as stable as you might think. In fact, I hear that he's been losing client after client, so it may be too early for any of this. I seriously have no clue what you're talking about at all. How do I know that you're not just making all of this up? What would I have to gain from lying about any of this to you? I've only ever told you about the truth. I did about $1,500 a month too, remember? In fact, the reason that your brother was having me pay your parents instead of him was because he knew that he couldn't afford to keep paying them that much. But when I would talk to him about it, he would even allow me to reduce the amount I was sending. But even your parents reached out and said that things were tough for them and that they couldn't yet have us stop sending that money. Did they really say that to you? Apparently, things are going so well for them financially speaking. I hear that at this point, all your parents really have going for them is their savings. So, I wonder, what's going to happen now that I've stopped sending money? You're lying to me! There's no way that my family's company is going to fall apart. You're making all of this up. Believe me or not, it doesn't make a difference. But at least they'll be able to rely on your brother for financial help, right? That's right. Dean will be able to take care of them. Except, what was that you mentioned about him losing clients? Was that really true as well? It's just what I've heard through the grapevine. But since we're not married any longer, I guess I can't say for sure. I only know what I know from the wife of one of his clients. But she would know better than that about anyone else you could hear from. I don't understand. How could this be happening? I thought my brother said his business was back on track. He's just about to marry my friend and you're telling me he's on the verge of bankruptcy again? You better have a little family meeting and see if you all can't figure out what to do. I know that you still have a year left before you can graduate, but who is going to afford your tuition now? You might need to think about finding a job to support your family, Rita. No way! I'm not going to find a job. I was going to take a year off. It's not fair. How could this be happening to me? You were going to take a year off from your studies? That's right. I've been studying for a while now, and I want a little break. So, I'm not going to do anything but relax and travel for a year so that I can come back to school refreshed. I'm not sure if you'll be able to do all of that now. But it's not fair. It's what I want, and I always get what I want. Well, good luck with that. It wasn't long after that Carrie's parents both had to declare bankruptcy. In the aftermath, it turned out that part of their severe debt was coming from the amount of money that Carrie was using for herself to support her lavish lifestyle. And as more and more clients decided to stop working with Dean, things weren't looking good for him either. The money for Carrie's tuition quickly dried up, and she realized that she would have no choice but to at least start working part-time. She complained the whole time about how working was beneath her and how she was an heiress, but her pride was clearly hurt, and before long, she stopped showing to class at all.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow.